Greetings, YouTube. Today we're looking at the Sellstrom SureWorks banded earplugs, or it's SureWorks Sellstrom. I'm not sure which because Sellstrom is up here and SureWorks is down here, and SureWorks is SUREWERX. I guess they're all kind of fancy with that. And these are banded earplugs. And I picked these up because I'm always looking for good quality hearing protection for down in my shop. And I thought that I would give these a try. The banding on these is quite nice in the sense that it's quite well constructed. These were $4. I believe I paid $4 for these on Amazon, and I decided to pick these up because again looking for stuff and also looking for things to review here on my channel. I recently went to a full face mask from my shop when I'm working down there with my angle grinder and such, and so I can't use over the ear headphones anymore. So I thought I'd try these. I have tried some Surefire ones. I didn't like those and like they fit, and I also have some reusable silicone ones I like. They're okay, but they put a little too much pressure in my ear this way, so I can't wear them for long periods of time. And so I have been using just the standard kind of disposable foam ones, which are the most comfortable, and I can actually sleep in those. But I thought I'd give these a shot too. And at $4 a pop, they are much more expensive than other types of lower grade stuff. But I thought, okay, maybe they're worth it, maybe they're not. And so what do you get? So you have here, again, boom, 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 25 dB reduction if worn as recommended, which I always say that. And you have the earplug itself, which is very similar to a standard foam one, but it has a hard core in here, so they don't compress as much as a pair of pure foam ones do. Less of the foam ones have the string on them. That does offer a little bit of more internal stability than ones that don't have the string, and I actually prefer them because I leave little pigtails. I cut the string off, makes it easier to get them out because I don't actually like the string in my way, but the little pigtails are useful for getting them out of your ears afterwards, because if you've installed them properly, they do fit pretty flush to your ear, and so getting them out can be a bit of a pain. So if you have that little pigtail, that makes it much easier to get out. That's one of the reasons I thought I'd go with this. No pigtail required, right? It's got built-in things. And besides the more rigid core, because it has a peg here, it has a little ball socket that gives you a little bit of control over the angle. And the nice thing about this is that it will let you, once you find the angle you want, it'll stay in that position, so it's not going to just slide around. So that'd be good if you have a particular angle of things that you really like. Now, because these are foam, I don't know how well they would clean up. And at $4 a pop, I don't consider these to be disposable. And you could probably get replacement cones for these. I didn't. Again, I just wanted to give these a try and see if I like them or not. And my conclusion is I don't. And why don't I like them? Well, this is good, decent quality, and they do in fact hold everything in place. They're also getting in the way. You've got this. I'm not actually going to put them all the way in, but you got this thing. You know what I mean? You got this thing here, which is, I don't know. It bugs me. But more importantly, this is, as you can see, there's a fair amount of energy. You can see when these things are in their natural position, they're almost touching. So when you're their head width, there's a fair amount of force going on here. I don't have a force gauge to tell you how much, but enough so that when you've installed them, and installing these is more tricky than the standard foam ones, because you get one side and it's not so bad. When you go to put the second one in, you're working against this now, and it's difficult. So getting these into position the way you want them is tougher than using the standard foam variety. And actually, maybe we're going this way. Sorry, but regardless, they still get in the way. But they also, there's force, and it's considerable force, and I actually found the amount of force being applied to my ear canals uncomfortable, even painful. I did wear these for an entire session down in the shop, so for like 2 hours, or a little bit more maybe, I wore these, and at the end of it, my ear canals were in pain. I wanted to see if if I could do the entire session I'm down there. I tend to be in the shop for like 2 to 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon. That's my usually allotment I've got there. Unless I've got vacation time, that's how much I'm in my shop a week usually. I just don't have enough time other than that. But too much pressure, just not comfortable. So I'm going to keep these around just in case. Maybe I'll try them again at a later date and see if I can maybe finagle the angle and I get a better alignment. Who knows? I'm not going to just chuck them quite at this moment because I did only wear them once and they don't appear to be dirty. So I'm probably going to give these another shot at some point. But my initial reaction was I didn't like them. But again, it was a $4 investment, and one of the things I do, in fact, spend money on is buying things to test them for these reviews. I have purchased many pieces of equipment that I have then passed on because I'm never going to use them myself, because I purchased them just for this particular channel. Because sometimes I can actually give you a cogent thought from someone who has actually used the things in real life, especially when it comes to knives. I know quite a bit about what it's like to carry an EDC blade. And when it comes to hearing protection, because I do in fact wear hearing protection every single time I'm in my shop, and I often wear it at work, and I often wear them while I'm, well, not often, but I do occasionally wear them when I'm sleeping, depending on how much noise is in the community around me during the daytime, because I sleep in the daytime. But if somebody's doing construction in my neighborhood, like the next door neighbor right over there had a roof, they were putting a new roof in. Beautiful roof, metal roof, did an excellent job, but it was 3 bloody days, so I had to wear earplugs so I could sleep. Or when the city comes by and trims one of the trees, again, I need to sleep. So I know something about earplugs, how to put them in, which ones I like, and I'm always searching for new ones. And I got to tell you that the Sellstrom from Shure Works did not make the cut for me as far as my initial reactions to them. But like I said, I'm not going to just chuck them. I'm going to give them another try maybe at some point in the future. But right now I have fallen back on just using the kind of standard disposable variety that so many of us that work in some kind of a industrial environment are used to wearing. So didn't like these. If you do like this type, tell me, is there a trick to wearing them that I'm not getting? Because I've never worn this type of hearing protection before with the little band that holds them in place. So maybe I don't have, I put a little English on or something. Maybe I don't know how to wear them properly. So if somebody out there can tell me how to do a better job of putting them in my ears so they don't hurt, I would really love to hear that.